Welcome back, trainers, and today we're going to be taking a look at Excadrill with the same team that I've been using, but we're going to be talking about something a little bit different and kind of not really going too deep into the commentary here, and that is going to be fixing IVs. Now, I said a couple of videos back that we're going to talk about this specifically because of Zarude. Now, Mythicals, some of them you can't trade. The one that you can trade, I do believe the only one currently is going to be Meltan and Melmetal. So for the other ones, you're screwed. You get the one, and then you get the shiny whenever they do release that, and then that's it. You get those two. Maybe they might decide to come out with these mythicals again. You might hold on to 3 Mews for some reason, but let's go ahead and discuss this. As you've seen in the beginning, those vitamins in the main series games, you can give those to your Pokemon to increase IVs, and then these items that are held are going to be increasing specific stats as well. I don't think we're going to get too much of those held items. Maybe. The reason why I did include those is because of the item that Zacian and Zamazenta are going to be holding in the future, potentially in Pokemon Go. That has been actually data mined, so it's not like I'm just making it up. So what's going to happen is this item, we don't 100% know, but why else would they include the literal item in the main series games that when held by these 2 legendaries, they do become their different forms, okay? So we already went over those stats. They will be changing. As far as their typings, they will be picking up a steel typing, so that should be pretty interesting. Take a look at the IVs here. Now, what we're going to do is go through all of my mythicals and a lot of legendaries and kind of take a look at things that I would potentially want to increase as far as IVs and just discuss this all through in general here, as well as how we may get these items or how they could implement this, because I do believe they will maybe add this feature. It would be a pretty nice thing to do, and if you're thinking, well, that's going to devalue 100% IV Pokemon, now, I don't think that's too big of an issue. I'm not saying make it really easy to get your IVs up. It's definitely going to have to be a task and something that you're going to have to very much work towards. What about the people that are rating hard to get all either their 100s or their Shundos potentially, and then all that's just down the drain? Well, I wouldn't say down the drain. I mean, it's not down the drain. You earned it, and like I said, getting these items potentially or just increasing them, your IVs, specific task that we'll talk about here in a moment, may be pretty tedious. Now, how can we do this? How can we see this, and how can Niantic implement this? Well, the first route is potential items that we've seen, the vitamins that will increase specific stats. Now, I know there's no speed, so don't stress yourself about it. There's just no speed. There will be no speed item. Okay, so the other ones, though, how could we get them? Well, they could make them very difficult, potentially having to reach a certain rank in Go Battle League. And I know right off the bat, a few of you probably hit your forehead like, no, are you kidding me? We don't need more rare items to only be obtainable through Go Battle League, Go Battle Broken League. And to that, I have to say, yeah, you're probably right. But what I'm talking about is like Ace or Veteran, right? At the end of the season, kind of like when you're a legendary, when you're a legend, you get specific items like Pose or something like that. All right, now that's just one way, okay? We could scratch that. Maybe tasks that require something ridiculous like hitting almost level 50, like getting 999 excellent throws. Now, it's not going to revolve around that. Maybe it will, but I think it should revolve around more so of that specific IV. Like, for instance, defending a gym. If you want to raise your defense, you're going to have to rack up a lot of time in a gym. Maybe a bunch of berries fed. Maybe attacking a gym a certain amount of times. And I'm talking a lot, because attacking gyms is easy stuff. So we can't just, have that a very easy task to do. And I'm talking a lot. Okay, maybe even upwards towards 1,000. Okay, because raising your IVs in Pokemon is going to be something that a lot of us have been wanting. And say you have these ones that were look at all these examples. Look at these Darkrai's. Did you see that shiny one? It was just one off. Now, if you do have, say, a 15, 15, 14, that's basically 100. But I know personally myself, I have these feelings that you want it to look even. You just want it to be completely clean. Maybe it's a shiny, right? Maybe it's a lucky trait, something really good that you like. Meta relevant. It's just being really difficult for you to get that 100. And you can raise those IVs, or maybe a 98 or 88%, whatever the case may be, you can raise it up. Now, if you do have a 14, 15, 15, that may be a different story. And you will want to raise those. Now, look at this Genesect. It's not like I need that defense to be at 15, but I would like it to be there. Am I going to use it? Maybe not, but it's a shiny 98%. I want to increase that. So let's get back onto the topic here. We got a pretty, not as long as the other videos, but we got a lot of time to talk. So defending a gym, attacking a gym, burying a gym, anything involving a gym, defending will potentially give you defense items. I don't think it should just be like you put your Pokemon in that gym and it stays there for a certain amount of time, and then once you have it there, then that one only will be able to raise its defense IV by 1 point, 2 points, whatever the case may be. I feel like you should collect items, and once you've done these tasks, you can put them and distribute them into whatever Pokemon you want. All right, so there's the defense. Let's go ahead and go over the HP. Now, I don't really know, maybe walking distance, maybe a buddy system going on there, maybe other tasks, maybe catching. I know it has nothing to do with HP, but it's Pokemon Go, and I could totally see them doing that. Whatever the case may be, something difficult, something tedious to finally get the item to potentially raise your IV. So sorry if I don't have anything specific for the HP, but you kind of get the idea of where I'm going with this. And then for the attack, well, maybe raiding, maybe go Battle League, maybe just PvP without having to go Battle League. Although I've heard stories, because I personally haven't done PvP outside of Go Battle League, like say player to player without, going into GBL. It's even laggier than GBL. I don't know what is going on. This is just word of mouth. Maybe it's not true, but a lot of people that do go and do these battles between each other, say like the Silph Arena, have been telling me stories about this. So yeah, I don't have any. Again, the defense one is probably the most straightforward and the one that I can actually depict as to what you would specifically need to do. But you kind of see where I'm going with this. Specific tasks that take a while to eventually accumulate the item to raise your defense, attack, or your HP. So that would be amazing. All right, so taking a look at all of these Pokemon that I have going on here, a lot of different ones that I would like. So as you can see, these 98s here. Like I said, if you do have a 15, 15, 14, that's basically 100, so you don't really have to worry about it. It's just going to be nice to have it even. Say it's a shiny, like this one here. This one's not a 98, but I do need to raise it up, and I do have 2 legacy moves on it, which would be nice. As far as all these Mewtwo's, this was from back in the day when the EX raids, were a fun thing to do, which they're still fun. They're just not around anymore. But I wouldn't touch any of those. As far as this Kyogre, I don't think so. Now let's talk about what ones you would want to, maybe invest in, and then we'll go more into depth about this as well. Now that Kyogre we've seen back there, the other one that I'm using that has horrible IVs, I wouldn't invest in that. Say it's something that has a legacy move, for instance, and good IVs. That's something you may want to invest in, right? So like this Garchomp here, if you had a 98, that's your best one. Sure, go for it. If it had Earth Power or something like that, I would say, yeah, maybe that's something you want to take one of those IV points and put it in. I guess we can call it IV points. And yeah, that's it. There are many other things that we could talk about. So let's go ahead and move on to the next thing here, which is going to be the X defense, X attack, and X HP. Those have been in the game, I do believe, for like almost since the beginning of the game. And what those are going to do, those are actually items that do not permanently increase your stats, but only for that battle. These would be excluded from Go Battle League. I don't know, maybe where you would really want to use them is in raiding. I don't know why they haven't implemented them. Maybe they're just never going to altogether. Maybe it was just like, all right, well, let's just scrap these items. We don't know how to really implement it, and it's just not going to be great for us. So maybe that's why they didn't put it in the game. But those are definitely there. I don't know why they haven't put them in. So anyways, yeah, definitely need this now. Can we lower their IVs? I was thinking about this, and I don't think we should be able to do that. It's going to be getting a little weird. Now, I know I've been talking and just really hoping that we could do this probably several years ago is when I was saying we need a system where we can change the IVs, because when Go Battle League, or actually not Go Battle League, PvP was introduced, because when it was introduced, Go Battle League wasn't quite here. You can battle your friends. So I had all these Pokemon that were like 2502, just right above the Ultra League, right? Or right above the Great League. And this was when it first came out, and I needed to change them. And it's like, man, they're just 1 point up. and they have 2 moves. Come on. So that would be nice, but I don't think it would be something we would really need in the game. We would like it, but I don't think it would be good for the game. Now, another thing that you have to consider is the Pokemon that you already have made. If you do try to change their IVs, their CP is going to go up. So depending upon what league you have them in, if they're already met at the threshold of like, 1500 or 2500, raising their IVs at that point would probably just be a waste. Now, taking a look at these Pokemon that I do have, this is one of the ones that I would want to probably first of all invest in, is this Shadow Snorlax. Now, I was thinking of how Shadows would work. Would they cost extra? I think they would. Instead of, say, one of these IV points that you do earn, whatever way that are implemented, this made-up system that we're talking about, it would require 2 when it would usually require 1. Because it's a Shadow, it takes more candies to power up, more Stardust, so I just feel it would be okay for it to take more of these IV points to power up as well because they're Shadows, and simple as that. What do you think? I think that's fair enough. As far as this Conkeldurr and other few things, I don't think I would invest in that one. I would probably put other things priority because getting these points is not going to be no easy feat. Like, you're going to... like, I could just throw out random numbers, but it's going to take a while, right? There's always going to be those whales out there and those hardcore people that, get something really fast and it makes you feel like you're just not good at the game. Don't feel that. That's just the way some people are built. They're just hardcore at the game, and they just go all the way in, right? So that's it. But yeah, it would be a great feature. Would love to see it. This shiny Snorlax 98. Now, this is a prime example of something that you would want to invest in. 14 in attack, 15. That would be absolutely on my, I wouldn't say number 1, but definitely there. Now, let's go ahead and just take a look at my shiny 3 stars. So basically, things that are just about 100, right? Let's go ahead and look at them. We already seen a lot of these, so let's go ahead and just start at the Machamp here. Don't think I would invest in that. There was no point. Absolutely. I don't think that. Not that Mewtwo. Absolutely not. Maybe this Ursaring. Maybe. Definitely this Cloyster. It's a level 50. We need to get that to 100. Yeah. Why did you even invest in this poke? Well, this is when I was trying to rank up. It was like level 47 or 8 or something. I forgot. And I needed to get those Pokemon to level 50. This right here, this Palkia, this 15, basically a 100, probably would put it in. I don't think I would, maybe, I don't know, because I already have a 100 Palkia powered up. Gengar, I don't think so. You probably don't really want to invest it in non-legendary Pokemon if you can continuously try to catch that specific Pokemon. Even if it had a legacy move, it would probably almost be within your best interest. Pretending that these battle or these IV points were here would probably, for a regular Pokemon, would probably just be to find a better IV and then use an Elite TM. Because I feel like the Elite TMs would be more common than these battle points. Okay, that's how hard it is going to be to get these. Okay, so yeah, hopefully you are agreeing with me. If you don't, hey, then you don't really need to have to. Take a look at this shiny here, this Obstagoon. This is another example as to, I have it perfect at the Ultra League. It doesn't have the best IVs. We can't lower them. We're only talking about raising them. So that's something that I wouldn't touch. Probably just leave it there unless we found or traded a Obstagoon that had dropped IVs or something, and we can use that in there. It's going to be performing better. And then just moving down the list here, there's many good ones that we could power up that are just on the brink of being 100, but you're not going to do that. You're not going to power up all of these. You don't want all of your Pokemon to be 100. Well, you do. That was a weird statement. You don't want to invest all of these rare IV points into things that are very close to being 100 because they're just not worth it. We're going to go ahead and just power up the Shiftry here. Why not? Let's go ahead and do that. This is fun, not go into the commentary. Maybe you guys enjoy this, maybe you don't. But I put out so much PvP commentary with such long videos that I figured we'd just take a break, get a breath of fresh air. Still haven't eaten breakfast or lunch. I'm excited today. I found a new place. I'm going to go take out the drone. It's fall time in Alaska, beautiful. Now, the reason why I haven't really been flying the drone is because it's been pretty rainy. But it is so beautiful right now. And like I said, I found a new secret spot. And when I'm done with this, gonna get some food and I'm gonna take Athena there and hopefully take the drone. But it's raining today yet again. So man, I could only imagine the drone shots that I get, aerial shots in the fall time in this location. Oh, it's gonna take your breath away. But we'll have to see what the weather does for me. So there you have it. And man, that Darkrai, oof, that 98. Again, it's basically 100, but it's just going to be nice to top them off. So there I have it. There you go. That's my idea as to how we can potentially raise IVs. All right, and I have another idea here. If you think that this is just a little too maybe easy, although what we've just described, some of these things are going to take hundreds of the same thing over and over again to finally actually get one of these items potentially. But if we want to take it a step further and make it even harder, because raising IVs in Pokemon Go, yeah, it sounds a little OP, right? Maybe you're going to have specific platinum medals, right? And at this point, the people who are somewhat casual are thinking, oh, forget this. I'm never going to be able to raise IVs if this is what it's going to be like. You know, I feel like it should be pretty difficult, not hard to the point where nobody can do it, but to the point where everybody can do it. Just it depends on how much time you do invest. You're not going to have the best of the best Pokemon to achieve this, and maybe we can keep Go Battle League out of it altogether. Or maybe it can be implemented there as well at the end of the season, depending upon your rank, just as a nice little bonus. That would be great. It would make sense because you're battling. IVs are, make a big difference there. But also making it so that the average person who doesn't even want to think about PvP can get them as well by potentially battling gyms, raiding Pokemon, everything else in between. So we'll have to see maybe a lot of kilometers, buddy hearts, all that good stuff. But it's definitely shouldn't just be a cakewalk. But anyway, there you have it. And that's what I think it should be like. So pretty good stuff. With that said, hope you are enjoying these battles. As far as this team, today was not so good. Yeah, it wasn't too great. Now I do believe we have a couple of streamers in here. Maybe one Wholesome is in here for sure. Shout out to you, Wholesome. Good game. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I think we've already saw that battle here. Also, shout out to another trainer on Twitter. Sorry, I forgot your name, but if you message me and you're polite, if you stomp me, maybe you had a good lead and good swap, and you stomp me. If you're polite, I'm not saying, oh, you have to be polite or I won't show it. But if you come at me like, good game, maybe otherwise I wouldn't have showed that because it's like, man, I just got destroyed. I'll show it. Oh, yeah, we could do it tonight. I have it up. That's what happened today. So there you go. But that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and see what we have going on here. So we had a decent lead up against a Ho-Oh with the Wild Charge. They're going to be swapping into their Giratina, bringing in our good old trusty Zarude here. Absolutely amazing. Now, I kept switching out my leads between Zacian and Zarude, and it was working out pretty good. Sometimes I didn't get a good lead, sometimes I didn't. I had the Excadrill in the back the entire time, and it was pulling out specific things. But anyways, we're going to continue on here. Not going to farm down. That's not going to happen. Yeah, sure, we resist ghosts, but those Shadow Balls are still adding up. All right, so they're going to be bringing in Ho-Oh. We're actually able to get to a Dark Pulse because we farmed extra on the Giratina. This is perfect. Good. Swapping into Zacian, and we almost have 2 Wild Charges. We're definitely going to have to shield this up. We're going to go for that now. Now we do have 2 of those. Let's get it. Going to be able to take out this Ho-Oh unless they swap. Let's see. And they're bringing in a Dialga. So what we're going to do, since we resisted Dragon Breath so much, is farm up a little bit more to 2 close combats. And I think I may farm just a little bit. All right, yeah, just an inch. Okay, very nice. Now we're going to go ahead and try to take this out here. Aw, crap. Oh, boy. Getting to another one. Let's go. Zacian. What a disgusting Pokemon. This thing is so OP. Oh, my gosh. Even a Metagross has trouble. Because of close combat, even a Wild Charge is doing a lot. Next battle, looks like we have a Zarude lead up against a Mewtwo. And I remember this one here. This trainer did not want my Zarude to take them out. They wanted to win this here. So let's see. Ice Beam. Figured something like that. Figured Focus Blast or Ice Beam with the Excadrill in the back. Ground and Steel. So here we go. And yeah, a Ice Strike, we would survive, I think. But I didn't want to risk it, so we're just going to go ahead and go for the Dark Pulse here, getting their last shield. And we still have 1 shield left as well. And we are going to be shielding this up and winning this swap here. For whatever reason, they want to win this super bad. Oh, no, we're not shielding it up. I'm so dumb. So, dang, what do we do here? I think we farm all the way down. This is a little bit risky. Wow. I think we're going to have to shield a Psy Strike up here. We're not going to be able to go all the way, are we? Nope. They swapped into a Kyogre. So we're going to go ahead and throw these Wild Charges. We have an Excadrill in the back, so we're going to be able to take them out. And after we do lower our stats dramatically now, we're going to immediately swap into our Excadrill here. Since we did get rid of the Kyogre, I hope we can roam free now, right? With the Excadrill. And we have a nice old Melmetal in the back. Still need to look out for the superpower. And maybe you may want to try to sneak in the Drill Run after they get off their first superpower, so you can do more damage after they do lower their defense. I'm really bad about that, specifically for these matchups, for this Excadrill and Melmetal matchup. I don't like this too much. It's not comfortable. In comes the Mewtwo. It's going to be a close one. If you did enjoy my video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, turn notifications on, hit that like button if you did enjoy my ideas, and if you'd like to see a way to raise IVs. Thank you for watching, trainers. Be safe out there, and I'll be catching you all on my next video. Take care, stay safe. Thank you for watching.
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!